I just love our Disrupt Aging segment each week. We get to meet 50-ups who are doing fun things. And this week we're joined by Suzi Dent. Suzi's an entrant in the premier international pageant for married, single, divorced or widowed women. It's called Ms. and Mrs. Earth Australia. And Suzi's on the line now from the Gold Coast.
Hey, Suzi.
Hi, Nick. Hi, Kaylee. How's it going?
Good, thank
you. Now, the website, I had a look at the website for Ms. and Mrs. Earth Australia. It says, we are seeking beautiful ladies over the age of 21, married and single, well-rounded, confident, intelligent, and committed to family, community, and country. Why did you enter?
Well, you know, last October, I was looking at my life and I thought there's a lot of sameness about my life. I've been doing the same job for 33 years and I've been doing the same man for 25. Not that that's a problem.
No, you love him.
It's all good.
Thick and thin.
And I thought, I put it out to life. I thought, what do I want to do that's different?
Yeah.
And I work in film and television as a hair and makeup artist. And I kind of put it out to life that I wanted to do something different. And all of a sudden, I got a modelling gig. So I did my first modelling gig at 54, which was hilarious, and I had a blast. And then I did a catwalk modelling gig, and I had a great time. And I thought, oh, this was fun. Yeah. And then out of the blue, the pageant people, Miss and Mrs. Earth Australia, contacted me. Yeah. And said, and after I picked myself up off the floor laughing, I contacted them back and said, you've just made my mum, you know, do you know how old I am? And she said, no, we have older ladies. I went, okay. And then I jumped on their website and checked them out because I'm a tomboy. So I don't wear dresses. I've spent my life in studios in runners and shorts, you know. So I looked at their website, and the charity that they support is called Souls for Souls. And I looked at that, and within 10 minutes, I had this whole marketing plan that involved Bartercard Australia and Souls for Souls. I went along to Bartercard, popped on my miniskirt, my sash and my tiara, and boldly went in there and thought, own it, just own it.
Own it.
Like an idiot, just do it.
Yeah,
and,
you wear it.
And they agreed to open up their 26 offices around the country as drop spots for Souls for Souls. And I knew that's why life wanted me to be a pageant queen. So be careful what you wish for. I'm a big believer in life sending you messages. And, you know, when you get to a certain age, you know that that's kind of how life works. You know, you put things out there and you pay attention. So I paid attention and I thought, well, the things I'd been studying, it's like you've got to put yourself out there and be uncomfortable. I thought, well, learning to walk in high-heel shoes and wearing a frock is probably about as uncomfortable as I get. Yeah. So I decided I'd jump in with both feet, quite literally, and support Souls for Souls, which is great. They were about to close their doors because they're having problems financially, and because of me introducing them to Bartercard or Bartercard to them, they're now staying afloat, which is great.
Soul to soul, you're saying?
Yeah, Souls for Souls.
Souls for Souls. So what is that?
For soul of your heart, you know. Yeah. So what Souls for Souls is, it's an organisation that collects new or slightly new used shoes to give to people in Australia who don't have them, people in overseas who don't have them. And it's a great way to teach about eco-awareness as well, because shoes and fashion is one of the biggest causes of our landfill.
Really?
Of anything.
Oh, yes. I have heard this recently. There's a lot of fabric, rolls of fabric, which is no longer in fashion, gets hoiked into the landfill. And
it doesn't break down, Nick, for years and years and years.
Another good reason why you should use hemp.
That's exactly right.
No, it's true. It's great stuff.
Even for hemp now too.
Yeah. Well, that's
biodegradable fabrics. And, you know.
Yep.
So that's what I'm doing. And I get to go down to... So I've actually been practicing walking in heels. I did it yesterday.
How's it going?
Today to prove it. So I got my blisters. So I'm back in my flats today.
Did you topple over?
Pardon?
Did you topple over?
No, because I started with a small heel.
Is that right?
I wore the small heels to buy the big platforms that I stood in and was about 6 foot tall. I thought, seriously?
Do you travel much? Will you be travelling with your high heels now?
Well, I will actually. I'll be travelling down to Melbourne at the beginning of March, because March the 4th is the crowning ceremony. Right. So that will be fun, and I'll wear my giant platform shoes with my frock and my gown on stage and hopefully win. And winning that, I actually go over to Vegas in June and represent Australia.
I was going to ask you what the prize was, and is there a swimsuit section in the...
No, thank God, nor do I have to sing, which is cool because I actually can, but no, I don't have to flog the body.
And have you got to do answer any awkward political questions?
Apparently not, because I don't quite know what I'd answer in America.
Now,
I was thinking about that, and I thought, oh, God, don't ask me.
I'm imagining your husband is very, very proud of you.
He is actually. Yeah, he is. He's enjoying the new me. He's enjoying the girly me, you know, because it's a bit of a change because we have been together for a while. So I needed to kind of change the narrative, if you like, of our life. We have a 15-year-old son and needed to change things up a bit. So it's given us something new. My son comes with me to do shoe drives and shoe collections, so that's great. So I'm teaching him about charity and about eco-awareness, and he teaches his friends. And, I want to take it to schools as well because it's a great way to teach kids. So I've got this plan of going to the education department, which I'm going to do, and introducing like a shoe drive, like a mufti day, because they all have mufti days. But I know from my kids that they're just happy to not wear uniform. Yeah. They just don't want to wear clothes. They're clothes. They're happy. But if they actually, with children, if they actually had a mufti day where they took a pair of their shoes that they have ownership for and wore their clothes, and a gold coin donation, and knew that those shoes would actually go to a little boy or girl overseas and save their lives, that's really powerful. So then they get to teach their parents about eco-awareness and charity. And then so my idea is that, as the generations get on, rather than try and teach an old generation, let's teach the kids how to do it and they'll educate their parents.
Yeah.
I'm kind of relying on the competitiveness of the primary school mothers to raise a lot of shoes because, having done, really tried for an A in all my projects in primary school, with my son, I know that it could be quite competitive.
Suzi, I can hear you got your finger on the Enviro button, as I do. Do you reckon it's dropped off the map a bit?
It really depends. It depends which sort of environmental issue you're talking about.
Well,
there's people who want to save the whales and all that sort of stuff. I want to save people because it's people who are going to save the environment.
Okay.
Really, and if we educate people, but in a way that is easy, then I think we'll be able to get a message across. A lot of the information, just from my point of view, is we get to see people being aggressive about animals being slaughtered, and whales and saved whales. So it puts a lot of people off when they're
you're right.
in their armchairs at home watching TV.
You got Chrissy Hine from Pretenders breaking into, fashion shops and, chucking out coats that came from animals and stuff like that. You can be careful about how you get message out, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, good for Chrissy if that's what she wants to do, really.
Yeah.
Not really what I want to do. I'm kind of coming about it in a different way.
Suzi, have you met any of the other contestants in the pageant?
No, I haven't met them. We're Facebook friends.
Yeah.
So some of them have friended me. None of my immediate competition, though.
Yeah. You got to watch. It's a catty game.
Sticker.
You're very funny.
I'm not threatened by anybody. I just think I'm the oldest one there.
Yeah.
I'm just going to blow them away with I'll be 55 in March. So I think, I don't have any, you're 26. Bring it.
That's it. Wisdom.
You must let us know how you go.
Oh, thank you, Kaylee. I will.
Sounds wonderful.
I'm planning on being everywhere, so, let's hope so.
Good on you. And if you would like more information about what Suzi's up to, it's Ms. and Mrs. EarthAustralia.com is the website. Wish you all the best, Suzi.
Oh, thank you so much, Kaylee.
Thank you.
Good on you.
Thanks.